Okay, this is another book everyone should have, not because it's a theoretical repertoire that covers everything, but because, in my opinion, show very good examples, example games between amateurs in tournament and how things went wrong in the opening. This is the real deal. The book, however, covers to all the answers related to E4 because he proposed a repertoire with E4, and there are also exercises, so it covers everything. The games are really fun to watch, in my opinion. Okay, um, it begins with chapter 1, chi va piano va sano. In reality, this phrase is chi va piano va sano e lontano. Okay, so I didn't invent it, you can read it here. Chi va piano va sano e lontano. The gioco pianissimo. Uh, the gioco pianissimo is the Italian game, also known. Okay, and I would like to show you game 1 between this Victor Nori and Mikhail Chigorin. This was played in 1874. Now, this is a game between professionals and also game 2, but generally the other games are maybe between his students, the students of the author. So, game number 1 was Victor Nore white, Mikhail Chigorin black, e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6. So this is the with bishop c4 is the repertoire for white that the author proposes. Then of course there is also a repertoire against the Sicilian, against the French. Against the French it uses the King's Indian attack against the Caro-Kann. So in my opinion it's worth to just read this book, enjoy it and see a repertoire that can be used very easily at club level. Bishop c5, d3, d6, and here white commit a little imprecision, a mistake, let's say a dubious move, which is castle. Here it says the starting point of a dubious plan, which however is very common for young players. So as you can see, the author is a coach, and the coach, he can really give you a lot of wisdom, and so you shouldn't discount it. Of course, we advise beginners to castle as soon as possible, and it has even been said in the introduction that bringing the bishop out to c4 promoted this principle. But here we are dealing with an exception. It is not so much castling kingside in itself, which is doubtful, but rather associating it with the bishop g4 pin, okay, that can occur. Let's see how we can continue. Knight f6, bishop g5, and here it says after knight c3, bishop g4 would be very unpleasant and difficult to unplean, because obviously there is also this. So as you can see, these are basic games that we really need to learn from. Okay, so it was knight f6, bishop g5, h6, and here white makes a mistake. What is the mistake? He plays bishop h4. Here it says it was necessary to exchange on f6, though black already has a comfortable position. Okay, so why white didn't exchange? Because white has been told to keep the bishop pair, but he doesn't understand that sometimes you need to give it up. Black continues with g5, a move that black can afford to play as he hasn't yet castled. We will see numerous other examples of it in this chapter. Bishop g3, h5, ouch, as you can see, okay, this is a start to be a problem, because this is a real attack, a real attack. It's a problem. Knight takes g5, h4, knight takes f7. Can you imagine? Now pause the video, you are black, decide what you would play as black, because this is really important to understand. Black plays h take g3. Now the author in this book, because you need to understand, this book was made in 2016. He says Fritz and his cybernetic colleagues take several minutes to recognize that this queen sacrifice found at the board more than a century ago is very strong. Now this is 2016, okay? We are in 2024. Probably Fritz and colleagues find or the refutation or the proof that it's correct in the matter of a snap of fingers, especially on my computers, but which are not even strong, but are one of the latest generations. And they really go deep, because now in a second they go like 24, 25 moves deep. It's crazy what they can do. Okay, knight takes d8. And here the author shows that taking the rook was not better, so you can eventually follow the annotations when you buy the book. Bishop g4, another beautiful game. Here it says that there are 11 games in Megabase 2014, we are 2024, 10 years later, with this position, and black won 10 times, the 11th being a draw. So for those who have Megabase 2024, check if there are still 11 games or more with this position. Queen d2, knight d4. As you can see, all the forces, the black forces, are starting to gang up against the white king. Knight c3. And here there is a nice interesting thing in case white would have played h3. It seems you don't win, you just lose, okay? So it's kind of interesting. Also with h3 it's lost. Now pause the video and decide what you would play as black, because there is a beautiful move, which is knight f3. Boom! G takes f3, bishop takes f3, and here the game is over in just 30 moves. And you say, why? It's look, I can play this. No, you can't, because so the pawn f2 is pinned. You have this that you can move, but then you can get checkmated. And once black plays this, the game is over, right? So unfortunately things are not going well for white. But let's remember one thing, black was Mikhail Chigorin. Chigorin is the one considered the founder of the Russian chess school. So I hope you enjoyed game 1 from this my fourth chess opening repertoire. It has many more beautiful games to watch. I will show some of them in other videos. I really like this repertoire because it's very easy to learn, it's very easy to practice, and I'm sure I bought also the black, my fourth chess opening repertoire for black, and I can't find it. I don't know why I can't find it, I don't know why. But I'm sure I have both of them. So I will have to dig in the library in order to find it. Thank you very much for enjoying this book and game.